And hello, everyone. I am Ann Metcalf, and I am doing my Facebook chat this morning on a topic that I think affects us all, or most of us. And we've taken pills before, a little bit about pharma, and I had some thoughts today on an email that I was reading by Sarah G, who's got an incredible um, resource of science-based health information. And anyway, so the topic today is beyond the pill, where is the trust going? And it's a reflection on our sovereignty, healing, and remembering our divine design. The shift won't come from corporate competition alone. It will come from conscious living humans, us, choosing sovereignty over submission, nature over numbness, and truth over convenience. We are living in a time of cracked foundations, as some of you have probably noticed. Systems we once relied on, medical, political, and educational. We are also watching the slow erosion of the stories we were taught to believe about health, healing, and who gets to define them. For decades, the pharmaceutical industry held center stage, woo, promising relief, control, and convenience in the form of pills, shots, and protocols. And yes, some of these interventions have saved lives, but many have also left us disconnected, dependent, and disempowered. Number one, trust in big pharma is eroding rapidly. Public faith in pharmaceutical giants has dropped sharply, especially in the United States, and not without reason. What's going on? Well, we've got massive opioid lawsuits and the collapse of companies like Purdue Pharma, COVID era vaccine politics, censorship, and coercive mandates, scandals around insulin and the EpiPen with the price gouging. When life saving tools like insulin and the EpiPen rose in cost by hundreds of dollars, sometimes over 1,000%, it became clear that healing in our current system often depends more on market dynamics than on human need. The revolving door between FDA and the CDC and pharma executives, and they go back and forth. Um, yeah, a little not quite the way it should be. This disillusionment is no longer fringe, it's becoming mainstream, especially among functional medicine doctors, independent researchers, and increasingly younger generations. People aren't just questioning a few bad drugs, they're beginning to question the entire medical industrial complex and its deeply embedded pill for every ill narrative. I mean, how many of us have taken pills and some, much needed say antibiotics, and now they've been sort of over prescribed. And in this day of the quick fix, what's that pill that can help us make us stronger, smarter? And some of them do help, and others don't. A new era of pharma players, or more of the same. While trust in the United States pharma giants fades, foreign companies are rising. Denmark's Novo Nordisk, maker of blockbuster weight loss drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy, briefly became Europe's most valuable company. These drugs reshaped conversations around weight metabolic health, self-image, and became lifestyle drugs as much as therapeutic ones. But is this truly better pharma or just more palatable branding? These drugs still come with side effects. It's not a side effect, it's a total body effect, dependency, and unknown long term impacts. And while the logo may be Danish, the system, profit driven, outcome skewed, regulatory entwined, remains global. Changing the players doesn't automatically change the game. Will the pill paradigm persist? In the short term, yes. Most of society still clings to the idea that healing comes from outside, from something prescribed, packaged, or approved. Why? Because it's fast, because it's reinforced by media and institutions, because many people have never been shown true alternatives rooted in soil, food, rhythm, and breath. But something deeper is rising. People are asking, why are we getting sicker despite all our technological advances? Why is nutrient rich food, clean water, sunlight, and movement considered alternative? Why are so many managing symptoms, but so few truly healing? The erosion of trust isn't just political, it's personal. It's the soul whispering, there must be another way. Dr. Peter hmm, uh, Gersh, co-founder of the Cochrane Collaboration, the Cochrane Collaboration. And it's a global independent network of researchers, doctors, and public health experts who work together to produce high quality, evidence based reviews of medical treatment, drugs, and health intervention. Big Pharma sells drugs the way cartels sell narcotics by creating dependence, hiding harm, and marketing profit over people. So, what's the new ancient way moving forward? Well, that new way begins when we remember what we already are: self regulating ecosystems, living waters in motion, spirit in sacred body temples. We are embodied energy, designed to repair, renew, and rebalance. Healing is not the absence of symptoms, it's the presence of wholeness. We return to food as medicine, grown in soil, to seasonal rhythms, sleep, rest, and joy, to laughter, movement, forgiveness, and spiritual reconnection, to discernment, listening to our bodies, not just expert opinion. Wendell Berry, farmer, poet, health advocate, quotes, people are fed by the food industry, which pays no attention to health, and treated by the health industry, which pays no attention to food. Don't forget the power of influence and advertising. Let's look at the scale of persuasion. In 2021 alone, U.S. pharmaceutical companies spent over $300 million advertising just the COVID-19 vaccine. In total, pharma spends $10 to $12 billion annually on advertising, mostly to consumers, and something only the United States and New Zealand allow. No other countries allow that. That's not education, that's programming. A question of trust. So, will foreign pharma companies be safer? Maybe. Will they be different in essence? Not unless we are. We stand at a crossroad. One road continues the cycle of externalized trust and temporary fixes. The other road invites a return to sovereignty, wholeness, and sacred partnership with our bodies, the earth, and the spirit of life itself. Will we keep outsourcing our power to the next pill? Or will we choose to trust the healing that rises from within? And final reflection, this isn't just a system shift, it's a soul shift. The body remembers, the earth remembers, and you deep down remember too. It's time to trust that inner whisper, to honor the divine intelligence encoded in every cell, to reclaim healing, not from a bottle, but from within and from the soil. You are not broken. You are responding to a broken system with the wisdom of a living soul. And that is where the real trust begins. Dr. Margaret Chan, former Director General of the World Health Organization, when health is at stake, the balance of power must shift from the strong to the vulnerable, from profit to people. And, it's easy to feel disheartened when we see suffering all around us. Poverty, food insecurity, child slavery, disconnection. I wonder if the world's largest institutions are truly helping or simply maintaining the status quo. But perhaps this movement of questioning is part of something deeper. A collective remembering the healing begins not with the systems, but with souls. We may not be able to change everything overnight, but we can choose to trust the quiet wisdom of the body, the earth beneath our feet, and the spark of love in our hearts. We can grow gardens, feed our communities, nourish our children, and raise our voices not in anger, but in truth. Because real transformation begins the moment we stop outsourcing our power and start living as if we are the medicine we have been waiting for. So there you have it. And I invite you to do your own sourcing and find out those people. I know a few on Facebook that live by that earth divine guidance essence. And so uh, I invite you to do the same. Thank you for listening, and I love your comments. What are you doing to practice that inner healing? But exercises, breathing, meditations, who do you listen to that provides that beautiful nourishment of spirit to help us heal? Our body knows how to heal itself. And when the proper sleep, the whole foods, the herbs from the garden, and all those magical herbs that go into our food that we create, it all helps. So thank you. And until next time, toodaloo.